Yes, hello, ComicsGate. This is Midday Repartee. I am Rod Ten Glory, joined today by the man over here with his cowl. His full glory is
I'm
upon
here.
us today for the first time on Midday Repartee. I think you. When did you unveil this? Last week sometime?
This was last Wednesday on the CG UK show, not been seen since.
Yes.
And this is the first time I'm in 720p, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. That's why I look tiny now and the background's massive. Got to find a way of figuring that out. I'll show you a thing, actually. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. It's here, hidden. Wait a minute, my hand might disappear. It was here. There we go. You watch. I'll show it to the camera. You won't even be able to see it. That's where the mask came from.
Oh yeah, got it.
Yeah, I kept this. I'm gonna sign it and then I'm gonna auction it. Either that or I'm gonna sign it and use it as a trading card for something.
Yes, Dave. I know. It's crazy, right? I've been waiting for this. Cap was supposed to have the whole Monday off, of course, and I fucked that up. So I was that I was like, oh, I'm gonna see Cap and his cowl on Monday, and then no, that didn't happen. But today is the day.
Yeah, that wasn't my fault on Monday, ladies and gentlemen. I
No,
was
of
not
course
supposed to be here. I was away doing something else on another channel for two beautiful British people.
All my fault. How did it go?
Oh, I had a lot of fun. Let's put it that way.
Nice.
Yeah, Russ and Lucifer did too. They're both good guys. If people don't know, look, I can do this now. No, it's there, isn't it? See, no, it's there. No, it's there. There it is. See this here?
Yes.
Only death can save us. This is by my friend Mr. Ross Leach. It was his channel or his show I was on last week, so I couldn't.
Yeah, Russ is. I really becoming quickly a big fan of Russ, comic book black belt. Tremendous guy, good head on his shoulders, a lot of talent, and of course he won the elevator pitch contest. So we're promoting the shit out of him. The links to his stuff is down below in the description. We're gonna be promoting him for another. I think this is the third show, so he's got another 7 shows after this.
Good.
Yeah.
When are we gonna do another one of those elevator pitch shows? That was good.
I've been kind of asking people, like, should I do it? Is it a 2-week thing or is it a once a month thing? It seems to be more people feel like once a month is the way to go.
Okay. Then what I'm gonna make a suggestion. You should win the prize for a month.
A whole month?
Show to show, yeah. From competition
Yeah,
to
I was kind of,
competition.
I was like, that was kind of the thing with the 2 weeks. Like maybe make it every 2 weeks, but I think once a month gives people time to really prepare, hone in their thing. I don't want to oversaturate with it.
This is weird. To look at you, Rod, I've got to turn away from the screen.
We've got some high quality here. Can only imagine who this might be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
Yep. Yep.
I haven't seen you before.
I seen you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And your thoughts are?
Thoughts?
Yeah, that can go either way, whichever thoughts you prefer.
Oh yeah.
All right then.
IP.
Yes.
What's your thoughts on IP?
Well, it's something most of us have to do every day, but also it could refer to intellectual properties. What are your thoughts on IP?
IP. On you.
All right then. Stephanie is in the chat. How you doing today? Dave, get on in here, man, if you can. So what, are you going to be part of this discussion? Salacious?
Yeah, I'm from Star Wars.
Yes. Nice. So, Yeah, the main topic today. Oh, before I do that, I wanted to kind of touch base with Cash Grab, which is just gone insane since all this happened, Captain Puckhead.
It's smashing it.
It's at 207, almost
Yep.
208,000 now. That's more than $30,000 since the Dynamite cover got canceled. It put a lot of eyeballs on the situation, and I do think some of that is people reinvesting, people who maybe already backed the campaign. But I also think it brought new people into the fold because they saw it as straight up censorship, didn't like what they were seeing. All the big channels have been covering it. CECIL's been all over the place. So this thing just started running again. It's insane. 30K in what, 3-4 days?
Yep, that's a 40K swing from the 10K from the Dynamite campaign. That's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, exactly.
$40,000 swing.
Yeah. And my man Lucius kicked out a couple pieces. It was moving so fast. He was like, I think in his tweet he said, as he was drawing it, he had to keep changing it because the numbers were going up that fast. And then this is his latest.
Entirely.
Completely stomped. The room dug into the ground. I can't. I think it was like 196,000 or something. Was the campaign like that Doug had done that he was trying to beat, and he obviously surpassed that in a huge way. So yeah, check out Lucius. He's at Jawbreakers. I think, is that right? No,
Smashers,
it's not Jawbreaker. Jaw Smashers, right?
Yeah.
At Josh Smashers on Twitter. He's putting out great fan art all the time, and yeah, please give him a follow. But that amazes me, man. How much attention this whole thing has brought to ComicsGate. Anytime these people think they have a victory, all it does is swing the other way.
Nick, Dynamite Nick, I can't remember his surname. I keep wanting to call him fucking Nick Belushi. But he must be fucking kicking himself.
Well, I'm sure that Samir made a really poignant comment on a video that I don't think I'd heard anyone say, but it's a strong possibility that Barucci was doing this to appease Hollywood. He's got intellectual properties that could, TV shows, films. This could be more about that. Yeah, that's good. Thanks for being here, Salacious. Appreciate it. Sort of. All right. So yeah, I think that it's complicated. I don't think we really will ever know all the reasons he had to make that decision. Obviously, on the comic book front, he's losing money hand over fist. I don't think that's gonna. He can't repair that. He's broken trust with both sides now. So on the comic front, I think he's really hurting. But if he's looking at licenses to go to Hollywood to get Netflix deals, those kinds of things, maybe that is part of the motivation there. So we'll see how that works out for him.
I mean, look, if that is part of the motivation, because I've heard that rumor too. If it is part of the motivation, you know what? Fair enough. Like, you got to protect your interests. I understand that. But $40,000
I know.
Swing one way to the other in what, 2-3 days?
Yeah, it's been insane, and couldn't be happier for CECIL.
Recently,
man.
how many of these deals from Hollywood have been successful under any stretch of the imagination?
Right.
Sci-Fi channel,
Well,
yes, three episodes, fucking swiped, gone. Like it doesn't. It's not a stepping stone.
Right. Well, and I mean, I don't know. It's like if you get that Netflix, there's that Netflix money. It's even if what is success anymore? What does that even mean? We used to have a kind of a measurement of a box office success or something, but moving into the streaming age, what does success even mean exactly? But if Netflix is going to pay you millions of dollars to produce something, to license a property, $40,000 doesn't seem like a whole lot.
No,
When you look at
it
it in that
doesn't.
context.
It doesn't, but let's look at it from the context of what's happening to the comic industry at the moment, and how much $40,000 would do to help keep businesses afloat.
Right. Yeah.
Like
How you
any
doing?
business out there, comics, whatever it is, I don't give a shit. If you're out there just looking for that big leviathan of a deal that is going to make you millions, then you're never going to make millions.
Right. Yeah. It has to be, you have to be producing something that connects with fans, that generates excitement, passion. There's an organic nature to it. And I think when you try to remove that or try to sidestep it, it really doesn't go too well, as we've seen. How you doing, Dave? How you doing, Gargoyle?
Yeah, all good.
Good.
Came in at a very weird time when we had some sort of burping creature in there. That was interesting.
Well,
And I'm still trying to get used to that out there. Like, I'm just like, but normally I'm like watching his avatar and I'm like, wonder if he's making any movements or anything, when he's saying this shit. And now you can see it all, and I'm like, it's not as impressive as I thought.
Now I have to act.
Yeah. You got to show like you give a shit, mate. Like,
I don't know, man. I'm impressed. I love it, dude. I
Can't
think
pee in
it's
the jug
it's very
anymore.
cool.
I love seeing it. I think it's a great move. I think you did a really good job creating this, man. Yeah. Happy to have
Honestly,
Captain Fuckhead in full
this in
fucking
real
living
life.
color.
When you see this in real life, you'll be amazed.
you know what you got to do next, though? Go like full clean shaven Batman. Get rid of all that.
No way, dude.
No, you have to remember, Captain Fuckhead, Captain Fuckhead, I'm a drunk. I don't need to do that. I wear piss-stained Y-fronts. I don't have to shave.
Yeah, don't stand up. I don't need to see that, mate.
Let's get that back up there. Oh.
No.
Fuckhead.
Oh.
Yes.
No, there's no kilt today, so you don't want to see below the waist.
Right.
That's disturbing.
So, main topic today, just had to hit on the CECIL thing. It's so cool to see that campaign running again. It's badass. CECIL,
It's crazy.
he took a major hit. It didn't last long. The next day, he was like, "Oh, wait, this is good." I guarantee you, he's made infinitely more money getting that backing on Cash Grab than he would have on the cover, because that was just a small percentage he was getting on that thing. So, CECIL wins, ComicsGate wins, new eyeballs on CG, people going, "Wow, what's this? These guys got censored. What's that about?" And they're gonna check it out. They're gonna be curious. All mainstream did is put more eyes on what we're doing over here. The only place you can make what the fuck you want with no corporate entity telling you no. You can't do that. So,
I mean,
yeah, it's a win.
They're smart asses, aren't they? They're real clever. Real clever.
Yeah, it's fucking win. Not everybody sees it that way, but I think time will show. I think it already is showing, but I think time will show that it absolutely was a win. So,
Well, look at Comics Tropes. He was on Twitter arguing with John Malin, and I was on a live stream with him where he even said himself, "Well, fight with your wallets. Fight with your wallets."
yep.
Okay,
Well,
that's fine.
There you go. Dynamite's losing money on other projects are getting refunded. I'm not applauding that necessarily, but that's what's going to happen when you do something people universally see as kind of a dick move. That's just what's going to happen.
I think that was my only disappointment about the whole situation is that other people who have done stuff with Dynamite were losing money over that. But again, that's not a ComicsGate. That's not ComicsGate's issue. That's not ComicsGate's problem. What that is Dynamite's problem now.
Exactly.
Because it's not just the creator that's losing money; it's mainly you moron.
Yeah, and
Me?
yeah, I don't
Why
like.
not?
No,
It
no,
sucks,
no,
of course.
No, not you. I can do this now. This is quite funny. I like this.
Yeah, you never, you don't like to see a creator lose money. But again, you know, this is the danger if you're gonna play footsies with a more mainstream company as a CG creator. It's a risk. You have to know that at any point this could happen because those mainstream companies are weak. They have weak points that can be attacked, and so you take a risk if you're going to try to do that. I don't have a problem with it. People got to eat. People got to make their money. You can get $6, $10, $15,000 just doing a variant cover. Dude, fucking, that's it. Go for it. But you got to know it's a risk.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to measure that. So yeah. But the main topic today is these intellectual properties, man. I feel like they've gotten, you hear this term too big to fail when it comes to like maybe financial institutions, banks, what have you. But I feel like IPs in the entertainment field have gotten to that place where it's like no matter how much they fail, they won't let them fail. It's like they're too big to fail. They're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep putting it out there. And I mean, do you guys remember the time when a franchise would hit, it'd be really popular, and then maybe a sequel would come out and be okay, and then it would start going direct to video, and then they just stop fucking making it. It would just die. And that seemed like a natural progression of things. And now it's like they're never going to stop making Batman movies. They're never going to stop making Terminator. It's like at some point, can't we just let these things die?
Well, I give you my take on it. So the problem with these big IPs is as long as they make money, they'll continue to make them. They'll continue to reboot them. They'll continue to do different versions of them. The main thing I think influences that is the fact that it's less risky. If you're putting out something that's completely new, no one's ever seen before, maybe a little bit artistic, it's always a risk. And at the moment, they don't want to lose money. So they will keep plugging this shit away until we have Fast and Furious 97 and Batman 42. Hopefully Batman and Robin remake at some point.
Fucking lay off the Fast and the Furious films, boy. You hear me?
Yeah, they were good up to like number 4.
They're all fucking great.
And then they started flying through the air with like cars and jumping from skyscraper to skyscraper.
Hey,
it was cool. It was
you're
cool.
A film. No. I'm not having that. You're a film buff.
Hey,
you're a film buff. I know you're
I
a
own
film
them all.
buff.
I own them all.
Taxi. Luke Besson's Taxi films.
Yeah.
Yeah? What was it?
Yeah.
Was it the second film? That car
Yeah.
had fucking wings. Who's ever seen a Peugeot fly? It was glorious.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I'll give you that.
Well, James Bond had a car that turned into a submarine.
Right.
Yeah, but my car does that. It's fine. It's fine. Ford Fiesta. You never had one?
Ah, fuck me. What the fuck did I do?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Fixed it. I deleted something. It came back.
Nice. I mean, this whole, these IPs have been so disastrous as of late over the past, 5-10 years. They have given birth to a whole new breed of, YouTubers. You've got the maulers out there who are just doing these long form, critiques of just spending hours shredding things like
Look at
Star
that,
Wars.
fucking 6 hours almost on just one movie.
Yeah, and
brilliant.
look at over 300K subs, over 2 million views on these Star Wars critiques. You've got Robot Head, who just exploded, came out of nowhere. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Robot Head, but
Love Robot Head.
yeah, he's one of the best. And I think he just had a handful of videos. It went nuts right out of the gate because he created such entertaining critiques of these films, and of course, Critical Drinker is another one of my
I'm
favorites.
glad you brought him up.
Yeah, this guy just
You'd be in
rocks
trouble
it.
if you hadn't.
You know,
That's my
the
boy right there.
Nerdrotic, all these people out there that kind of they built their platform on just tearing these things apart. They were so bad. And did some of them make money? Maybe. I think that's arguable. Even the ones that claim they did, it's really hard to say because how much they put into these films and the marketing. But
I mean, you got to give Captain Marvel its credit. Its marketing was brilliant. Buying its own tickets. That's just fucking genius.
yeah, you can't beat
Complete
that.
gold.
And that was, there was no way it was going to fail because it was sandwiched between two of the biggest events in.
Well, it wasn't just caught buying its own tickets in cinemas for its premiere. It was then shown before the other fucking Avengers film as part of a double play. Even if people didn't want to see it, they were meant to go. They had to go and see that, or they tried to make it so they had to go and see fucking Captain Marvel first. Because if you don't see Captain Marvel, you won't know what's going on in the next one.
Which was an outright lie.
And then, what was it? They bought a bunch of tickets for a girls' school or some shit like that. Some third world girls' school to watch the movie.
Yeah, they did, and they did that charity thing as well, didn't they? They were raising money specifically for girls in the US who couldn't afford to go to the cinema.
Because that's probably what they needed most was to go see this shit movie.
Well, that move, they said that move was to inspire the next generation of Captain Marvel.
Oh shit! So is there? I think Doomcock 2. Yeah, Doomcock is
Sounds
another
like
one.
a bird, Doomcock 2.
Doomcock 2. He's another one that just kind of rose out of all this, especially with Star Wars. That's his main focus. But and there's rumors like George Lucas maybe coming back into the mix, Kathleen Kennedy finally vacating the premises. But are these IPs that have been completely trashed, are they redeemable? Can they bring them back to life, or is it just too far gone?
Can I just say a little shout out there, because I know you Doomcock 2, you brought him up. If it wasn't for him and Ethan finding ComicsGate, I wouldn't be reading comics. He was the first book I bought of this now time was The Killing Joke, recommended to me by Mr. Doomcock. Thank you, sir.
Killing Joke's fantastic.
Hail.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that's I think a lot of us got into ComicsGate because of the channels that were critiquing the downfall of our favorite franchises. I mean, I think that's been an entry point for a lot of CG fans and supporters and creators. It brought us in.
There seems to be a lot more connection now between like look at Hills versus Babyface, for example, and Nerdrotic. Like the link between ComicsGate in general and them seems to be growing sort of every day almost. Like they get more and more intertwined. And I think we'll see more of that. Like that Star Wars girl, for example. I know obviously she's friends with CECIL and EVS John and all that, but I think we'll see more of it. And I think ComicsGate
awesome
needs to take advantage.
Yeah,
we should be nurturing that relationship as well.
Yeah.
Without doubt.
Yeah, see, and again, I think CECIL did a stream with Heel versus Babyface about the whole Dynamite thing.
Oh shit!
So
that's cool.
Nice, dude. Look at you. Look at him.
Got a fucking beacon like Batman. Look at that.
Leveling up as we speak. This guy. So yeah, all these guys, and it's just a natural connection that forms, I think, with ComicsGate and what it's all about with the people that were critiquing these films and watching some of the greatest franchises ever created just go down in flames. It seems to be something that brings us together. And why can't they just let stuff die anymore? Like, why do they feel a need to keep? Is it just they put so much money into them, they're not willing to let it go? They're not going to go to the next thing?
The irony, the absolute perfect irony of that is the line from Star Wars: "Let the past die, kill it
Right.
if you have to."
Yeah, but the past is better than the present. Jeez.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand how it got to this place where
I think it's a
have to
mixture.
just keep rehashing and keep remaking and keep like it's just like, who's going to be the next Batman? Is it ever going to end? Like
think,
100
I
years from now, it's just still going to be the fucking. How much can we tell about this fucking Batman character?
It's a mixture. It's a mixture of a few different things. Like, number one, Hollywood has run out of ideas. Completely. They don't know how to create ideas anymore, because everything they do create has an agenda or a purpose. Secondly, money. That, unfortunately, even though they're shit, these big IPs do bring in money a lot of the time. And again, it's fear of losing that money. That's my take on it. Why they keep bashing out all this crap, like the all-female Ghostbusters, which was so fantastic.
Oh,
That's what they get.
You nailed on. The problem that Hollywood's got, it's not money. Like, they've got plenty of fucking money. It's what they've forgotten how to do is hire the right people, and that is basic business. Like, you make sure you hire the right person for the job, but that's not what they do now. Their creative directors are. There's a word that I probably shouldn't say. Dave will know. I'll just say they're special.
Retarded.
Yeah.
Like, you just hire the right people. It's not difficult. If you want to, even if you want to revive an old IP, that's fine. I don't think anyone's really got a problem with that. But do it properly.
The problem is it's not going to change, because you look at the Oscars now. They're implementing their diversity quotas for any movie that is going to be nominated. They have to have a certain quota. I don't know what these quotas are yet, but every movie that wants to be nominated has to have a certain amount of whatever they decide is going to be those quotas. So that's going to lead to more shit movies.
You know what that means, though?
Well,
the next Star Wars film's going to have plenty of Sandmen.
Well, the problem is, here's what's going to usually happen. Then those movies are not going to get gift baskets to those critics, because that's what those things are based off of, is just how big the gift basket is to the critics. So there was never any merit to begin with, and as I hate to say it or not, black people brought in a good point when they said everybody's so white when they exposed Harvey Weinstein picking out all his white victims. They're probably upset because they never had a black victim. Tasteless joke.
Oh, I didn't know whether to laugh or cringe at that one. But
yeah, man,
no.
it just doesn't. I really feel we should just let these things die. They gotta fade away. It's time for some new shit. The comic, it doesn't. You can love comics, and the whole comic book film thing was really fun and exciting for a while. But Jesus Christ, I'm over it. I don't necessarily want to see more comic book movies.
There is one I really want to see. You remember is it Snowflake from the 80s?
I'm glad you said the 80s, huh?
Yeah. A DC character powered by cocaine. Show me that film.
Yeah, see,
I'll watch that all day long. I watched Birds of Prey the other day, and honestly, like, it's not as bad as anyone makes out, but it's still shit. Like, that wasn't a film made for DC fans or even fucking comic book film fans. That was a piece of fan fiction.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
I couldn't finish it. I don't know how far I think I got 30 minutes in. It was so
I'm like Dave, and I've said this before. I was always a film guy up until what's happened to film recently. Again, not necessarily Hollywood, but I was a film guy. If I put a film on, I finish it. Like, that's just how it has to be. I have to see the end of the film. Yeah, because otherwise
Oh,
I
that's
feel
interesting.
disappointed in myself if I don't.
Really?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do get that to a point. I do get that. There are just times where it's like,
Yeah.
man,
And
this is
to be
unbearable.
honest-
It's unbearable. I don't. It takes a lot, but when it's like no. And
I'll
I
say
think
this,
as I
though.
do get older, I think it takes a little less and less for me to be like, no,
I'll
I
say
could be
this,
doing
though,
something else.
That moment where you turned off Birds of Prey and went and had a shit instead, right? I guarantee you, if you'd waited to the end of the film, you would have had so much more fun.
Okay.
You guys see Doctor Sleep?
Yes.
I've got it. I haven't watched it yet.
I couldn't even get through that fucking movie after
It's
that
really
one
long,
particular scene. It
That's
hit
a
me.
so-called
It hit me over
sequel.
the Illuminati shit that's
Right.
going on right now.
That's
No, there's
the
some
so-called
cult-like
sequel
shit.
to The Shining, right?
Yep,
Right.
where they had
First
these
of all, never
pointless
make a sequel
villains.
to a Kubrick movie. Never fucking do it.
Well, you know what else they did is they ripped off a movie that was starring Martin Sheen called The Believers. I watched The Believers and it was the same fucking plot.
Yeah. I mean, I can't speak to its accuracy in terms of Stephen King, like the novel or anything. I don't know. It wasn't. I have to say on that one, I watched the whole thing. It wasn't as bad as I thought it might be. There was some stuff in it that was okay, but just the pathetic attempts at trying to recapture the magic of Kubrick Shining, like at times that was pretty unbearable.
Yeah, that's what I couldn't stand either. I just wasn't feeling it. They had this whole new plot that wasn't even in the original movie, and I was just like, eh.
Yeah. Zaid is asking which scene in Doctor Sleep. Is there something specific, Gargoyle?
Well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I'll keep it simple. The child torture scene.
I think, to be honest with you, you're not going to spoil it. I don't think any of us are actually going to watch it now.
Right.
Oh, yeah. There's an explicit child torture scene where the kid's literally crying, being fucking lynched outside, fucking bound.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
fucking chopped to pieces. And there's this woman literally like in a sexual position on top of this kid. It was pretty disgusting and horrifying in ways. Like,
Do you reckon if that was the other way around, it was a bloke rather than a woman there? Do you think that movie still would have been made to start with? Or there would be an extreme amount of outrage based on the bloke being in that position rather than the woman?
I don't know,
Yeah.
because there's tons of movies like that, and there's tons of independent films like that. Like, there was a movie based on the BTK where there's a teenage girl bounded up in saran wrap and chopped in half with a shovel.
Wow.
Just in half.
Yep.
It's pretty impressive, to be fair. How'd you get someone in half with a shovel?
I mean, if you do it in quarters, it's easy to get in the boot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've done that before, Kev.
that just those kind of scenes just get under your skin. Like you don't want to engage with that shit.
There you go, Dave. Look, you wanted Batman. There you go.
Well, there's
Yes.
some things you can leave to the imagination, but then again, I don't know anything about fucking film. Maybe that's what people like these days.
No, I agree. I think there is a lack of understanding, like how much more powerful it can be to not show when things are done in a different way, a little more innovative. I think there's let's just show every damn thing because we can.
And then we're talking about days where movie producers and filmmakers are pedophiles and like to diddle young children. A lot of them are fucking caught.
And comic pros.
I love the fact that when you said that there, El, I heard booby producers. So yeah, you're absolutely right. The other thing is as well, we talk about this the more you show, the more gratuitous, whatever. Like that's fine. Like, but it's the same thing with a really hot. If you get a really really hot lady, if you're out and about, you don't want to see everything. You want just enough. You want to see just enough to be able to go, wow.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Like it's the same principle. It's not that difficult to work out in your head how to do it. Like we have those instincts naturally.
So in that case, do you reckon maybe the movie audience in general is got dumber in the fact that they need to be shown these scenes more explicitly?
You say that, now you're going to put me on a rant about the last 30 years of the British education system. Not even to fucking mention the American education system.
Oh, it's painful.
Oh, let's not make this a transatlantic thing, mate. That's
My favourite thing about the American education system, 3 years old, first thing you learn, the national fucking anthem. Yay! That's not brainwashing.
In the movie Believers, same exact plot. There was a guy who kidnapped children and tortured them, but they showed the murder scene afterwards. There was a beginning part where a police detective goes absolutely nuts and absolutely horrified to what he's seen. And then when they showed the aftermath, they never showed the torture, but they showed the aftermath. So there would just be a kid laying there, a little bit of blood covered, and just the scene to look ritualistic instead of a woman on top of a child who's screaming and crying and being penetrated and chopped to pieces with a knife.
Yeah, see that for me is like it's so much more impressive when a director can produce something like that actually gets you to put the picture in your own head. They just guide you in the kind of direction they want you to sort of think about things. Yeah. And then they let you fill in the pieces. So it leaves it to your interpretation. But do you reckon that's a sign of the woke Hollywood that they don't want you to do that anymore? They want you to specifically think this, and that's it?
Right. No, I think that's interesting. This idea, especially with, the big IPs, the huge blockbusters, the CGI just, extravaganzas. It's like, show everything. Leave nothing to the imagination. Every detail is front and center. There's nothing, you're not given any control, or you're not given any spark of imagination anymore. It's all got to be right there in your face. And that, whether it's violence or the imagery of a world or whatever it may be, there's just I think the limitations in film back in the day created much stronger filmmakers, because they had to figure out how to convey something without just saying, well, let's just make it, just show it.
The chat's got it nailed. So Punisher Berserker says, fuck off, Redcoat. Thank you for proving my point about learning the national anthem at the age of 3. It's the first thing you learn at school. Cheers for that. But Abel Salazar at the bottom, True Detective Series 1. True Detective Series 1 in my brain is one of the last very, very good television series to come out of the States. Like, it was done perfectly. It was like the acting was great. The acting was great by 2 questionable actors, to be fair, but still knocked it out of the park. The direction was pretty good. The story was superb. I haven't even watched season 2 because I know it's not a follow-on from season 1, so I just don't care.
Right. No, I think they're worth engaging. I think there's 3 seasons, I think. I think they're all worth taking a look at. They're not as good as the first. The Sinner, first season of The Sinner is actually pretty good. You guys
awesome. On my Netflix watch list.
Yeah,
I've heard it is really, really good though. Pretty disturbing as well in places.
Very, just like True Detective. I feel like it kind of taps into the same kind of vibe a little bit, but really well done. And again, so Gargoyle, which film, when you compare the one that shows you everything and the one that doesn't, which one had a greater impact? I think
Believers.
Right. I mean, isn't that fascinating? And then if you look at Dr. Sleep compared to The Shining as films, psychologically, the impact of Kubrick's film, The Shining, it stays with people their whole life.
Yeah. There was one movie in particular that it stuck with me for about 2 weeks, this one scene in it. And that's Frozen, not the Disney one. It stars. It's one of the brothers. I can't remember his name. He was in Animorphs when he was younger. But there's a scene there. They get stuck up on a ski lift over the weekend, and there's like
Oh,
no one
yeah.
there. And the scene where he jumps down, he breaks both his legs, and then the wolves go on him. All you see is the wolves just grab like certain bits on him, and then it cuts back to the other two, and you hear him screaming and everything. And I was instantly filling it in with my own head, like
Yeah.
what could possibly be happening to him right now with these wolves. And that stuck with me for about 2 weeks because it's like shit. Like this nature stuff is scary. Like
I didn't watch that movie because the whole plot of that horrified me. That was just an
Yeah.
phobia of mine.
it freaked me out for about 2 weeks. It was like fuck. And that's what I mean. Like it's really underrated that for me. So
This nature
it's-
shit is scary.
yeah, it is.
Hell,
man.
come
Captain
on.
Puckhead's like,
I'm
oh,
telling you.
shame upon
And you know what? You look into the size that some of these wolves can get, right? Fucking huge. They're not like dogs. They're massive.
Yeah.
Scary as fuck, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
You want to see a
It's
Scottish
so
wild
fast.
pussy, mate?
Yeah, I love horror movies, but I'm an absolute pussy. I prefer watching them during the day
a Scottish
sometimes.
wild pussy is it's a real animal. We have wild cats up here.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought you was actually taking
Yeah,
the
you
piss.
know, like domestic. No, you know, like domestic cats. We have wild cats up here, and they're just basically like a tonk version of them.
We have wild cats. They're just untrained pussy cats down here. They're just violent little
Yeah,
shit.
we got cougars out here in the mountains, and then we
I
don't
like a
have
good cougar.
cougars. Our neighbors have giant cats for pets,
Oh, like
Like Joe Exotic.
legit.
like
Yeah.
Joe Exotic. Yeah, a lot
Wow.
of them unlicensed.
Jeez.
Ladies and gentlemen, El Gargoyle lives on Netflix. Planet
Damn,
Netflix.
dude. I don't get it. I don't get the draw
crazy.
of it. I mean, I don't know. No, I really don't get it. I don't understand why you'd want to take that on. And
I mean,
pretty much
like-
knowing that at some point you're gonna have to be irresponsible with it. It's not gonna end well, no matter what.
Honestly, it's because all the stupid zoos and MGM used to having lions and tigers at their zoo,
Yeah.
and Siegfried and Roy, and when the lions and tigers got too old, they had no place to go. You couldn't bring them back in the jungle.
Right.
Oh yeah, because they wouldn't survive. They don't know how to hunt. They don't know how to all that shit.
Not
Yeah.
my
So
fault.
they would
You're-
just like sell them off to private people, or
Pretty much claim that they were rescues, and if you ever listen to this stuff, basically the legislators are just making up laws as they go, so they really don't know how to handle these animals. So you got a bunch of hillbillies that don't know how to handle animals, and a bunch of state people who are trying to get money, and also don't have a clue how to handle the fucking animals.
yeah.
So it's a bunch of fucking morons doing something that they don't know how to fucking do.
Here we go.
Woo.
Not my
Sounds-
fault your country's dog shit. See, in real countries, you'd have guns and you'd be able to defend yourself from a retarded animal. Where I
Yes.
live, mate, you have a fucking knife and you'd be able to defend yourself from a retarded animal.
We don't
Hands
need
dirty
guns.
if you want to get in a fight.
Dude, you all you need is your teeth, man. All you need is your fucking your two mitts in your teeth. Captain Fuckhead will take on
my
a
two
wolf.
favourite weapons on this planet are a hammer and a hatchet.
You know, there's only one animal I've ever been attacked by.
Mrs.
That was a that was a shit. No, I wish. That was a sheep. I'm not talking around. I'm
Damn.
talking a sheep.
You might,
I was on my uncle's allotment. I was quite young, 10, 12, something like that. And this sheep had a real issue with me. I don't know why. I was
Wow.
just there petting it, And then next thing I know, it's rammed me up against the face, up against the fence, and I'm flat on my ass. And the thing's just ramming me into the fence. I'm like, shit. I get rescued. It's crazy.
Sup,
Yeah.
J-Money?
dude.
Near-death experience with a sheep.
Holy shit! I don't. Yeah,
What
I
he's
would
not
rec-
telling you is that sheep was named Peephole Circus.
I
No, he does
recommend
different stuff with sheep.
never ever sharing that story again. That would be my recommendation.
Can I just give a
It's
little
alright.
promo for a second?
No.
As soon as he's appeared. Hang on. 2
Yes,
seconds.
yes. Of course. Yeah, that's any animal can be easily underestimated. I mean, they have strengths that you might not realize. Even it's something you've been kind of trained to see as completely safe and innocent. And, it's like deer. I think deer are responsible for more deaths than any wild animal in the United States because people kind of think they're cute.
It's surprising. Like these things can be vicious. And to answer Lucius, the sheep was ramming me. I ain't no sheep fucker, even though I am a quarter Welsh.
I ain't no sheep fucker.
I ain't no sheep fucker, like, come on.
So, Dave, first of all, Dave, Abel Salazar says, here in Mexico, you can't have legal guns. So Dave's in the same position because he does live in Scotland as Mexico. You can't even have legal knives in Mexico. Scotland's Mexico, that is. But we are allowed to carry them when we wear a fucking kilt. Anyway, I said Peephole Circus. I said, Mr. Peephole Circus, look. Yeah. He's got an Indiegogo at the moment. That's a Peephole Circus original.
Yeah.
And this dude has an Indiegogo at the moment called Phantom Volume 1. It's a 48-page art book. And there's a ton of original art options on there. Go and check out his campaign. And he's about to start making comics. The art book is just him testing out how Indiegogo works.
Yeah. It's good
Get
stuff.
on it now.
And it's not, it's at a really reasonable price point, I believe, isn't it?
$10. $10 just for the 48-page book. And then there's options to get two 16-page comics. Look, just go and have a look. Phantom, Volume 1. I'm going to drop it in the chat.
Razmaz makes probably the best point of the entire show because we've kind of sucked. Everybody is so done with the IPs that now we've completely changed the subject to sheep ramming. I know. It's true though. It's boring to even talk about it. It's like just let it go.
Speaking of sheep ramming, remember Black Sheep? That zombie sheep movie?
I love that film. That was fucking ridiculous. It's so good.
I'm sure I saw that. I can't. I'm drawing a blank though.
It's a Kiwi film.
Yeah.
It's mildly decent.
Okay.
It's one of those films that you'll watch it and you think, well, I didn't waste 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is
there was something like
pretty good.
Like a certain people were like immune to it or something. What is that right? Do I have that completely wrong?
No, a guy turns into a roided out sheep monster.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I missed that one.
And then there's a couple sheep rape scenes.
Are we talking like Sharknado level of shit here? Like
no, better quality.
Okay.
Better. Think of a normal horror film, but think of a normal standard production horror film, but with sheep rape.
Well, I'm sold. I know what I'm doing after this is over.
It's like Evil Dead, but with zombie sheep.
And also, please don't ever question the validity of Sharknado. Or Sand Shark. That's a great film too.
Yeah. Any of the 6 or 7 films.
Yep.
So Razmaz is, there are rare occasions, even these days, where something new does hit that actually has some validity. John Wick. Certainly, I mean, I wasn't in love with the final installment per se, but hopefully they just, again, let's not keep this going for the next fucking forever.
Can I give you an insight into John
Can we
Wick?
just let it be what it was and move the fuck on to something else?
Problem is, if it keeps making money, it will. Keep going.
Can I give you an insight into John Wick? A UK-based insight into John Wick?
You can.
Okay,
I don't have to like it, but you can.
It's not particularly about John Wick. It's about how Hollywood does film these days. So first film, I believe, if I remember correctly, set over in the US entirely. Decent, good times. We had a good time at the cinema. I enjoyed it very much. Second film, in Europe. What do you think that tells Europeans? Most Europeans look at that and they go, what? They didn't even have the money to film it in their own country. Are they taking the piss?
Right.
That's what I see too. When I see a movie set in Michigan and they film it in Georgia, I'm like, what? Or some movie set in San Francisco and it's in Louisiana. Like, fuck you guys.
It ain't right. Like, I don't want to see that. I put, in my opinion, like, unless like there was a film I watched the other day about some sort of fucking space weather machine thing. Like, that was set in space. I get that. I understand that. That's fine. But if you're gonna do an American movie, just fucking film it over in America. Like, show me some part of your fucking history. Don't show me mine. I already know mine. Like, your country's barely out of fucking diapers. Show me something new and good that's exciting about your culture.
Yeah. No, I get that. But I just think, stop trying to make something into a eternal property. You know, I think the Star Wars thing is like, does Star Wars have potential to become this thing that could just be ongoing? Are there stories to tell in that mythology, in that kind of setting and world?
If they use the canon,
I do think that could have been possible. But just let go of let what was done before and beloved. Just let it fucking be what it was. Don't touch it again.
Let it die.
Did people want to see? Did people want to see Luke Skywalker come back? Well, maybe, but
not that way.
Don't suck on those alien titties, like.
I would say
suck on those alien titties.
Shouldn't have fucking even touched it. They should have moved 300 years in the future. I think they should have gone 300 years forward and fucking started with something completely
Luke on alien titties.
Creepy Luke Skywalker pulling out his lightsaber at Kylo Ren's back.
Right, I'm sorry I started
Uncle
that.
Luke, no!
I'm sorry I started
Uncle Luke, no!
No, you're fine, dude.
What are you doing with that lightsaber, Uncle Luke?
I gotta ask you to carry this for a second. I gotta deal with something at the door.
Oh, no, that doesn't mean he's got to deal with something at the door at all.
He's taking a shit.
No, well, I think he's just realised that his watching of The Last Jedi has stopped being unpaused and started going again, so he's had to go and pause it, so that when he goes after the show, he can go back to watching it. I do like the way when he goes, though, it's all fucking black. I mean, look at that. That's gold. Just black.
Yeah, usually it's an awkward graphic, and it's just silent.
I can kind of do that.
You look like an eyeball, though. You still look like an eyeball.
Yeah, I ain't got an avatar out there. But look,
No.
I like how the sound comes out.
Hasn't Bristolian Dave got an avatar yet?
I don't know. Well, I'm hoping I can make enough of impact that I get Stato to draw me eventually. I might have to pose like one of his French girls.
Just hit him up.
No, I want to have enough influence that he wants to do it. I don't want to ask people, you see. If I can make any kind of an impact where they go, you know what, that Bristolian Dave guy, I'm going to draw him.
Oh, you like that, pirate?
There we go.
So is there any, like, from you two, is there any IPs that you think that have been fucking wiped out by Hollywood this thus far that should be brought back and done properly? I mean, brought back and done with proper vigor and verve, and given their proper not entitlement. I can't use that word in this modern day culture. I'll get cancelled. No,
I'm kidding. Not Shrek.
The only thing Mike Myers did was then he goes, "Wakadita, baby."
See, I love Mike Myers. I was so disappointed when he went into hiding and just sort of disappeared. Like the Austin Powers series. But the problem is, if you were to make another Austin Powers now, it would be so shit. Because everything would have to be so politically correct in it.
Yeah, you couldn't.
You won't be able to make any of the jokes. That's why I struggle so hard now to find a good comedy that's come out. Like in the last
that's fair.
5 years at least, there's barely been anything. Like if I go back to my younger days, things like American Pie. Fucking hell, that made me laugh like so much. I watched that like God knows how many times, like the original trilogy.
Is that what you were hoping to happen with Ethan?
What, American Pie?
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I'd go around for pie.
What I miss?
I like a good pie.
Yeah,
Here he is. The floating head is back.
I'm back.
Look, at
Yeah.
least I've got. Look, I had an avatar for ages, but at least now I've got actual shoulders.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got my work to cover too.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is
Look at
what
that.
this is what I just got. So
Nice.
such a
I
sexy
don't
book.
know. What is
I,
this?
I
Does
got
anybody? Did anybody find out what the golden ticket fucking thing is?
Is it USA Ninja Assassin?
No, I don't know. It's like there were supposed to be, I think, 5 people that got a golden ticket with their shipment, and nobody knows what they
Was it like a
won.
day out with John Malin, like with Willy
I've
Wonka?
Not, I've not.
Go to
I've
John
John
Malin
Malin's,
will
like,
yell
comic
at you
book factory.
for 3 hours straight. Oh, I don't know.
I've had my books delivered, but I've not gone through them yet. But you've just given me a grand idea.
What's up?
So
Oh,
you know my mate Wally.
that's cool. Yeah.
So we had Willy Wonka, didn't we? What if Wally did the same thing with a golden ticket, but it was Wally's stonker?
There we go.
Yes. Nope. No golden fucking ticket.
I don't even know what that means.
No, John Malin said there were 5 golden. I think it was 5 golden tickets. Like I don't know how you do it randomly. Like whatever. They were put into the packages and shipped out, and there'd be a special prize, and nobody knows what this prize is. I think a few. I don't know, 2, 3 of the tickets have been found, but nobody's revealing what they've won from it yet. They're keeping it a secret. So
Is it literally a golden ticket?
I think so. But you get, if you get the golden ticket, you get something special. I don't know what it is. Nobody does.
Did you get this pinup?
I got this
show you.
one.
Yeah, that pinup.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
That's cool.
And I really, this is probably, I like this size. I like this, it fits in. It doesn't increase the shipping. It doesn't complicate shipping. It's still a good enough size that you could, you could hang this. You could frame it.
Not in fucking Europe, you can't. You can't buy
What is
frames
this
that
shit?
size over here. You have to get them made fucking.
Here's the work done.
What? But you're a man's man. You could just make that.
Oh, I
frame
can make them.
yourself.
I'm not complaining for me.
Yeah, the cover's real nice, dude.
Just give me a pallet and I'll make one. But you can't you can't buy frames that size over here.
Yeah.
I'd end up sticking it out with blue tack.
I don't know if I
Dave.
got USA Assassin in a tier. If that's one of the golden tickets he sent, but I did get USA Assassin.
Nice.
That was one of the. I think that was one of the tiers. There, I think that was. Given
I think
away
it was.
With, well, not given away. That's terrible. That sounds awful, doesn't it? I think that was one of the tiers.
So
Okay.
how tall are you, Berserker? Damn.
Going back to
I
something
know
else.
he's suggesting Malin's really short. I don't know. Is he? I'm not privy to that info.
I don't know. He could be but then he's always quite slouched when he's on. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I've never seen any reference of like him standing next to someone else. But maybe Berserker's just a fucking beast.
well, going back to what Berserker said earlier about we need a resurgence of Western movies. I could not agree more. Like, and more releases of this man's movies.
Right.
John Wayne, Rio Lobo.
Well, why don't they've just got to give it back to the visionaries, give it back to the directors that have a vision. Usually it's best when it's a writer director, when the more singular the vision, typically, I'm not saying there aren't exceptions there, but usually the more singular the vision, the better. Just give them the reins and let them do it. But I don't think that's going to happen in film. I think you're going to start seeing that kind of experimentation happen in series moving forward on streaming sites. And we're already kind of seeing it. There have been some really spectacular things like Legion, effects. The effects channel has been really letting allowing for experimental shit to be made. Have you guys seen Legion?
Yep.
That's fucking wild. I'm not saying everybody's gonna love it, but you can't tell me that wasn't experimental, that it wasn't a risk.
Oh, the first episode alone, if that doesn't sink in, sorry, can't intrigue you for that show.
Don't say nothing about the last series. I haven't watched it yet. It's on the TiVo box.
I haven't watched the last season either, and but yeah,
6'2", country full of Diddy men.
Hey, I'm only 6 foot, 6'1" with shoes.
Scotsman.
Scotsman.
How you doing?
Yo.
Hail.
Yo.
Nice to meet you.
We're making a mess of it today, man. It's horrible. I'm the first to admit it. We haven't done a great job today. Being on topic, really bringing it to the table. I don't know. Maybe I'm being overly judgmental. I'm hoping you can save us.
What is the topic?
Nope.
That's a no then.
All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Kidding.
I
can't save you.
I think you're right, Rod. I don't think there's much to discuss. Like it's
I
dead
guess not.
already. Like it's all fucked up. We all know what the answer to the question is. Like it's just how it is, and we just got to hope that something better at some point comes along, and I'm sure it will, because all these things go in cycles all the time anyway. So
Yeah. I feel it just feels like the cycle's been somehow broken. Like they've stretched out this current cycle of rehashing. It feels like it's gone way longer than it should. And it's like, are they gonna let go? Are they gonna just keep pushing these IPs that are already dead on us for indefinitely, or is it actually going to come to an end and we're going to start seeing some innovation again?
you're going to have to. That's the simple answer to that question. It's the same with anything that goes on and evolves longer than it should do. It inevitably just falls flat and dies in its arse, and something else comes along and takes the reins. Like if we started the show talking about CECIL's campaign and what happened with Dynamite, and we've seen in 3 or 4 days we've seen a 40k swing from his cover with Dynamite to cash grab. It's the same thing. The same thing will happen again. It's just going to take a little bit of time. We just need to sit down, be patient, chill out. Like, if you're that worried about Hollywood films and you don't like them at the moment, go and watch Asian movies for a few years.
Hell yeah, dude. Korea's cranking out some insane shit.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah.
Hollywood responds to dollars. That's the only way to get them to respond. And even then, dollars aren't seeming to be as important to them as I guess you could say woke points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, even if you pull your support financially, they still, there's enough entrenched SJWs and people who are pandering to them that they're going to need to suffer severe financial penalties before shit will change.
Yes.
So
I
we've
feel like there
suffered the
must be,
last.
Go ahead.
I'd say the last 30 years. There's just been an infestation that's happened. It's gestated and now it's born, and we're dealing with this fucking woke baby that we need to drown in a bathtub. You know what I mean?
That's
all we
what
can do.
working men look like, ladies and gentlemen. That's what working men look like.
It's called a late-term abortion in California, ladies and gentlemen. It's okay. It's okay.
Right. We got to drown that woke baby in the bathtub, dude. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like there must be some massive players. I'm talking like billionaire type players that are fueling some of this too, where the companies are like, okay, this doesn't necessarily have to make a profit on the surface because it's being funded by a political agenda, by all this wealth over here. And maybe it's behind the scenes, we don't necessarily see that. So we're like, wow, you guys are losing a shit ton of money, don't you care? And they're like, well, yeah, but this guy gave us $400 million to do it because it's part of a political agenda.
At some point, it will swing back to the fact that those people who are giving the money, they're not giving the money for free. They're giving the money for investment purposes. It's not free money. There's no such fucking thing as free money.
Right. Yeah.
Hello, J Money. I do see you in the chat. I know you're going to be loving that. But there's no such thing as free money. And at some point, these investors are going to go, "Look, it's not working." Like, it's
But
just
what are they
not
investing
happening.
in? I mean, are they really
whatever.
investing
It doesn't matter.
on?
It doesn't matter.
Right.
Like if you look at what's happening now in the world, there seems to be this big push. And surprise, surprise, it's election year in America. There's a big push to hit something to happen in November. The weird thing is, and we can all pretty much predict what's going to happen, Trump will be re-elected. Boris Johnson will be re-elected. So there's going to have to be a moment where Hollywood and the BBC... that's just for the BBC.
Did we lose you?
I don't think the BBC would ever do it though. I think they've gone way too far now.
No, they have to, because Boris Johnson.
But they're state funded, aren't they?
No, but Boris Johnson wants to take away the TV license, and they're not state funded, Dave. By no stretch of the imagination, they're state funded. They still take the TV license, and now they have proclaimed that over 75s who don't have a disability still have to pay.
Yeah,
even though
I saw that
they haven't paid
shit.
for years. Like they're not state funded. They pretty much own UK TV Play, which where does that get their revenue from? Fucking advertising. Like they're not state funded. Most of their business is based off advertising or selling products around the world. And it's the same with Hollywood. At some point that model's going to have to change because whatever it is that the shit that they're spouting out, it's not resonating with the majority of people. It's just not happening. So they're going to have to change.
Or is that just because not enough of us have died yet? Like, you know, maybe it's just a matter of like people who are now maybe like 35 and over, 40, like, you know, maybe the 35 and ups. Once that group dies off, you know.
There are.
Well, don't say that. That puts me in the other group. I don't want to be in that group.
Certainly where I live. Certainly in Scotland, I'm hearing reports of grandparents saying, "Oh, fucking hell, the new kids coming up, they're all right, them ones. Like, my son's a prick, but the new ones coming up, they're all right. They kind of understand things because they're revolting against this."
Yeah, cool. What are they called? Good. The Gen Zers, is it now? The youngest sort of ones? There was a whole... Yeah, but there was a whole thing.
It's like the end of the alphabet. It's fucking over.
And I think it was on TikTok. Forgive me, I do watch a few TikToks. I'm young.
I only see TikTok because
young and
of
hip.
Wenger.
That's what I'm. But no, there was a thing on there that they were revolting against millennials, like making fun of millennials and all the stuff they do. And I'm like, so maybe it's just a passing phase. Like once my generation dies off, everything will be good again.
There's people out there at the moment that have an objective. They want to achieve a thing, and it's not achievable. It's just simply not, because the people, even though they're fighting for it now, supposedly fighting for it now. I mean, I saw a thing on Twitter earlier on, the two beautiful photographs. One of a Tibetan monk that had just set himself on fire, and one of a naked lady in the middle of America showing the police her...
Right.
Her hoo-ha?
Her what?
Her hoo-ha?
Her hoo-ha, her poo, her vagina, her... old man's hole? I don't know.
Her what was it called? What did you call the cats earlier?
I can't remember what I called the cats.
Pussies?
No,
Usually.
the wild ones.
Kitty cats.
Oh yeah, the wild pussies. Yeah, we do have them.
A lot of wild unshaven pussies. Yeah.
Yep, I'll send you one in the post, Spartan.
So what
just watch out for the woke pussy.
So you're saying a man self-emulating himself is more beautiful than a woman's vagina? Is that what I'm getting?
I'm saying a man who's willing to give his life for a cause has more validity than a woman getting naked and showing her police her beef curtains.
I mean, whatever gets your kink going, man. It's not something that we should be judging. To be fair.
Well, look, what are the police going to do? If there's a man on fire, they're going to try and put him out. A lady shows the beef curtains. They're just going to laugh. I mean, there might be one hiding behind the transit van around the back having a wank, but that's not likely. It's possible, but that's the worst thing that's going to happen. Because a man will get
Right.
fired from the police force for wanking over a protester who was naked.
Yeah.
Well, you scared
So,
gargoyle off, man.
Yeah, I doubt that. No,
That's
man.
I was gonna say that's damn near impossible.
That's impossible. Yeah, can't offend that man.
Right.
Yeah, I guess the level of conviction involved obviously is like, I see what you're saying. There's beauty in that, being able to believe in it that much that you would take that action. I get that.
Sort of
where the other person is just like, this might be my moment of 15-minute fame, right? Like,
But there is a bit of hope out there, right? Look at Sonic, right? People said that this is shit, and then they said, all right, we're gonna take a year off and we're gonna fix it. The Snyder Cut, talking about releasing that.
Yep.
You know, they're talking about decanonizing the sequel trilogy and starting over. Right?
Wait,
God, do you think they could actually do that?
Wait, sorry, tell me more. I haven't heard this one.
You haven't heard about that?
No.
There's a whole conversation going on with people connected to Lucasfilm and Disney talking about decanonizing the sequel trilogy and starting again. So, you know, I could see Luke asleep, rolling over, sweating, going, "Oh my God, I got to train this fucking crazy chick. Otherwise, everything's going to go to shit."
Yeah. Yeah.
So look it up, Cap. It's out there. People are talking about it. I mean, will it come to fruition? Don't know. But it's it's people who are actually able to make that kind of decision. They are talking about it.
You've made my day. Wow.
Yeah, I think people are slowly realizing that money talks, and at the end of the day, if you're not getting the money in, you ain't got shit. You can't spread your agenda anyway, so you need to get that money back in. So, and to do that, stop being woke as shit.
Imperial Communication Droid is hijacking your feed. Yeah, little robot there.
So, first I want to say hello to Michael Bancroft. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. I had a great time hanging out with him. I don't remember what night it was. We were all a little wasted, I think, on that stream. But I dropped out at about 2:30 in the a.m. for me. I don't know what time of day it was over there in Upside Down Land. But yeah, it was fun. Bancroft is really a fun guy to hang out with.
Nudity in the street is not sexy in the slightest. Wow,
but dude, if they could actually pull that off, if they could just say, "Look, we were just kidding about those movies." Obviously,
yeah.
I mean, it was a joke. Hopefully, you got it. Huh? It was funny, right? And we're just going to erase those, and do this thing right. Just forget those happened. That would be glorious. I don't know if that's possible. Is it possible?
Well, this is an alternate timeline. This is what happens when Palpatine's DNA wins. We're not going to do that, okay?
Oh no,
that's not a bad shout.
Don't say alternative timeline, because now you've got Star Trek in my head.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
that's another one, dude. Have you guys seen this? I think Critical Drinker. I got to show a little bit of this because what they're doing to Star Trek. Holy shit, what the hell?
Oh, is this cartoon?
Then, most recently, CBS decided to shit out Star Trek Lower Decks, a series so hotly anticipated that it couldn't even find an international distributor willing to take it on. And after watching the trailer, well, I think I understand why. Ever wanted a goofy Star Trek animated show about a bunch of unlikable misfits working on the lowest levels of a starship, combining the humor level of Family Guy with the animation quality of South Park? No, me neither. The trailer sets the intellectual tone of the series right so...
Fucking Critical Drinker is
fuck's sake.
Legend. But what are they doing? Why are they taking something that is just an automatic win? It should just be an automatic win for the studio, for the advertise, for everybody involved, and they're just running it through a meat grinder.
The thing is,
for nobody.
They could do a good Star Trek animated series, but like you look at that shit, and it's like, why? I haven't seen it. I presume there's some kind of agenda in there about men being bad or something in there.
Oh, it absolutely is. It's got all of those hallmarks. It doesn't represent Star Trek in any way, shape, or form. And then, as I understand, the Picard series was like ultra violent and had all this weird shit in it that's like not Star Trek at all.
Don't. The Picard
Well, you don't like the Picard series?
The Picard
I didn't watch it. Why would I watch it?
Picard wasn't the fucking lead. The lead.
But it's called Picard.
Yeah, I know it's called Picard, but the lead wasn't Picard. The lead was a lady robot who happened to be Data's daughter. And the end of the show was Picard dying and then being made a robot.
Well, thanks for the spoiler anyway.
Did you?
It's not
did
a
you
spoiler.
watch
You're
the
not
whole
gonna
thing
watch
then?
it.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I did. I watched. I got suckered in. I watched the other one with Discovery, and I know Crit's a great guy. I like his videos a lot. He's actually an author. He's got a whole series of different fucking books out. Didn't know that, Dave. See, look, I know a few things. Yeah,
one of the best accents on YouTube.
Yes, that and the Count and Tailed Feature.
Yeah. Like
What, Dave?
you know, I've seen clips of like
Best
eyeball
accents.
being pulled out of somebody's head on Picard. Like, what is that? How is that Star Trek?
The robot heads. No one cares. They're just robots. But when he started talking about the animated series, I actually thought he meant Discovery.
Oh, right. I mean, nobody even wanted even the streaming services were like a Star Trek animated series. This one, no, we don't. We'll pass. We're not going to do it. What is this?
It's a Scottish drink that no one likes down here.
Aaron Brew.
Ugh.
Ugh,
Is it
disgusting stuff.
alcoholic?
No,
No.
it's just pop. It's our version of Coca-Cola, and it tastes like bubblegum.
Oh,
Tastes like shit. It's horrible.
that's bubblegum flavored anything is.
My love for Scotland knows no boundaries. But when I was in Scotland, I tried Aaron Brew, and I was like, "What the fuck is this gumball soda pop?" I couldn't
Tell you
drink
what,
it, dude.
You put a small, well, not a small, never a small dram. Just put a dram of a very smoky whiskey in the bottom of a glass of fire brew, and you'll change your mind very quickly.
I did not do that, so I'll give it a second. I'll give it a second look.
Yeah.
What did Jay say? I missed that. What did Jay say?
Oh, they mean to destroy all the things we grew up with and loved, all sports and entertainment, all of it. Seems to be the case, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and it doesn't feel motivated by profit. I mean, it's well documented
none
at
of
this
that
point
shit
that
is
this
motivated
stuff
by profit.
doesn't make money. So there's got to be other motivations involved. It's got to be funded from elsewhere. Is it just trying to get people so pissed off that we do actually go out and fucking riot? What? Like,
This is one of the reasons why I was so excited for Rainbow the Brute, because it's a direct knife in the eyeball of all these fucking weird people. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're gonna take over our IPs? All right, we're gonna take over one of your IPs.
Yeah.
Although these millennials have no fucking idea who Rainbow Bright is.
And on Jay Money's talk about sports, it was even suggested today that Scottish football, the glorious SPL, the Scottish Premier League, and the Scottish Professional Football League appoint a commissioner.
What?
Why? Why?
So that's not. What would that mean? What does that mean?
Nothing, because the fucking nothing, because a commissioner in America, it was touted that they should appoint in a commissioner the same way that American sports have commissioners for each, like the NBA, the whatever it is with the fucking stick, that game,
Yeah.
and then the fucking throw chase game that you call football. So it was touted that we appoint an American-style commissioner to look after the game and do the right things financially for the game, as opposed to essentially the clubs running it. But the problem is what they don't understand is that commissioners in American sports are beholden to the fucking clubs anyway. Doesn't make any fucking difference.
Right.
So why
Yeah.
pay some other fucker to do the thing that's already been done by the clubs? Just let the clubs do it. What's the point?
I don't know. That is
Unbelievable.
weird. Is it just to have like a singular face of the sport, or
Yeah,
what?
it's basically. I think it's basically so that the fans can go, "Oh, that man's a dick. He ruined football. Get rid of him." I think that's what it's for. Like
Just
rather
take the
than
blame
rather
for
than
all of
actually
it?
being a thing.
Yeah, I
So-
think they just
so
got to help
Trump,
out. Like,
essentially. He's Trump.
Yeah, kind of. Well, yeah. No, I don't want a Scottish Boris Johnson if that's his suggestion.
no, they got to do something, Cat. They got to help out the United Kingdom 5th Division of football, don't they? Like, it's not a.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fifth division of football. Where was the
Well,
first
shit.
European Cup one in the UK, mate? Hey?
Yeah,
I just
all right.
winked at you there.
Yeah,
I
but-
just winked at you, but you couldn't see that.
What's in here? Gotta go. Oh,
Do it again, I missed
Gargoyles- By the way, like forever ago, Gargoyle said he had to go.
I did
so
see that. Yeah, you did. I did see that.
I'm pathetic. Sorry. I'm not. For some reason, the private chat it hasn't clicked even after all this time, like streaming, like how useful the private chat can be. Like I'm not there yet. I'm like, man, I'm slow. I'll get
Do you want-
there.
I can give you a little
Scotsman
trick.
knows. Scotsman knows. It takes a while. Eventually,
Don't ever
learn
find yourself.
lessons very slowly. I learn the lessons, but it takes a little time.
Don't ever find yourself in Rotten Glory's private chat in the back room after he's had a few drams.
Yeah, that's a bad place to be, ladies and gentlemen.
You'll be stuck there for ages.
Long time. Rotten, do you want a little tip?
I do. Well,
See in your
ooh,
browser.
wait. What are we talking
He only
about?
likes big tips, brother. Only likes big tips.
See in your browser in the top right with the little 3 dots. It'll give you a
Okay.
zoom option to make your screen bigger. If you make your screen bigger, you'll be able to see the notification that comes up when it says private chat.
I can see it. Jesus, man. I can see it. I just ignore it. I don't look at it. I'm like, private chat, whatever. Like, whatever. It doesn't mean
Another
anything.
pro tip. When you open up your stream on your actual channel,
Yeah.
go to the sidebar, those 3 vertical dots, pop the chat out and move it over. You have the actual stream chat. Switch it from top chat so you don't sketch therapy, freak out that your chats aren't showing up.
Right.
Show to live chat, and then you have your private chat, and then you can banner comments or whatever, but you can see the actual chat. That's what
In
I
real
do.
time.
And
Yeah.
all of the guests if you're on a stream and you're not in the chat, you're dicking your host. Go in the chat, be on the channel, give another eyeball, another view, more metrics, better for the channel, serve your host.
I prefer dicking Rotten.
I think that's a widely accepted sentiment right there.
No, I
But
no,
yeah,
I-
no,
I-
that's a lesson I've learned from Sim and from Scotsman is like, it's one thing to be a viewer and just listen to streams, and a lot of times I'm working, I'm doing graphic design work, but like all it takes is to pop in there every once in a while, drop a comment, engage. YouTube's all about engagement, so if you're there anyway, take that little few seconds and just drop something in there,
Lowercase o, right slash. You'll do the waving sign. It automatically changes it into emote. But
Nice.
just
There you
give
go.
one chat if you come into a stream and you're listening to it and you're not actively engaged in the chat. Just say something just to put your mark in there. Just so that YouTube measures it.
I always have this show open for the watch hours because I do it on separate browsers.
Mm-hmm.
It's always there.
Yeah,
So-
I've been trying. I try to tap into as many CGs related streams and things as I can, support people. But I'm getting better about dropping those chats, and
Yeah,
it's a
good shit.
Good tip. Thanks for the tip.
I always give good tip. Shaft, I don't know, maybe depends on
Questionable.
who you're
Oh, come
asking.
on.
Who you're asking, right?
Come on. So I don't know. We dragged out that we beat this dead horse just repeatedly today. I don't know if we really
Let's
got
fucking
to
make some
anything.
glue, dude.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Fuckhead.
Yeah.
What have you got? You've got something going on later today or later this week?
Tonight, it's Wednesday, so CG UK show. Tonight it's on Charlie's. Hello, Vinny. Tonight it's
Vinny.
on Charlie's London's channel. I think for some reason it's Charlie's London official. I don't understand that. She hasn't got a blue check mark on Twitter, so fuck off with your official. But it's over there tonight, and this evening I believe we are entertaining Mr. Eric Weathers.
Oh, nice.
The guy that
tomorrow night-
letters everything in CG.
It's not there in my book.
All right.
You're not gonna have words. You're not gonna have words in your book. Come
No,
on.
Rotten knows my plan. It's only 4 pages of pictures. It's a 48-page book, and it's doused in LSD, so you can make the rest of it up yourself.
Nice.
And then tomorrow night, the ComicsGate Interviews Live returns with Mr. Wyatt Holiday.
Yes.
We get to
Good.
talk about Dana. What else? We get to talk about Rocket Gal. All the stuff that he's got going on YouTube. Comics Avalon. Exciting.
And,
I'm told I'm on the ledger for a future interview, but those details have not come through yet, so I'm not sure about it. Fair enough.
And you were telling me, Captain, that you're gonna be doing some little gay art streams possibly in the near
Well,
future.
not art streams, but little gay art videos. Because when I art for a long time.
Right.
And I don't
I
think
get
I've got
that.
a camera that can suffice the battery power to keep up with me going. Yeah, so I've started editing a little gay art stream.
Nice.
Which
So are you
is-
gonna like time lapse them, or are you just gonna like chop it up, or what's your
a
plan?
bit of both.
Yeah.
I like time lapse art videos, and I like it when there's no music and there's no talking. But the thing is, you miss stuff because I listen to YouTube all the time when I'm working, when I'm doing whatever I'm doing on my computer. I have YouTube on in the background, and I just listen to people's playlists. But sometimes you miss stuff, so I quite like the idea of doing that sort of mix where I let people know what's happening, but then when
Yeah.
the stuff is actually happening, I just keep my mouth shut and time lapse it
Nice.
and do it that
Yeah.
way. So it's kind of a mix of both. And I'm still going to make sure that there's ComicsGate plugs in it.
Yeah,
You can be assured of that. But yeah, the
Nice.
first one that will come out, which hopefully, if I can get it finished tomorrow, will be the colouring of this fella.
Very cool. Nice, man. Dave, anything you'd like to shout out today?
As always, follow me on Twitter, Bristolian Dave, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'm putting it together. I should be starting my own YouTube channel. So if you like my Bristolian accent or any of the shit I talk about, you can give me a sub already if you want, or wait till I put some shit up. Your choice. Go back Transhuman. We had SK on yesterday on the show.
Yeah.
Sick project. So cool.
Yeah, get
so
signed
cool.
up for that. God, SK is so awesome. Whenever I hear him talk about his projects, he instantly gets me excited about it. He's really getting good at that.
That was a fun discussion about color yesterday too.
Yeah, I love that that was so cool of like really smart of him to specifically like single you out, engage you on the colors.
I was personally attacked on stream in front of everyone.
How could I condone such a thing? Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I look forward to having him on again when he officially launches. Scotsman.
Well, yesterday on Twitch, I put down 7 hours and 45 minutes of gay art time. So
yes, I retweeted that out, a link to that, and that's still available. It's up for
I'm not
people to
a
watch.
oh yeah, yeah. Nobody watches VODs on Twitch, but it is up there. It is up there. I'm bouncing back and forth between YouTube and Twitch. Reason being is I'm an affiliate, monetized affiliate over on Twitch. In order to maintain that status, you have to stream a minimum of amount of days and hours, and so I go back and forth over there. But I will be streaming on YouTube tonight. So
What he's saying is he flips and he flops and he flips and he flops.
No, I want dual monetization, brother.
Hell yeah, dude.
I
It's
hear
all about that
you.
money.
I hear you.
Get monetization in 2 places. Nah, it's not really about the money. It's more about the metrics, because when you're monetized, when you're a partnered channel, you go higher in the rankings. People see it more. It's less about the money. It's more about the viewership You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get the word out. So
All right,
Do
it's
they
not
let
about the
you-
money.
Do
Not
they
really.
let you multi-stream? And does that
No.
count if you
Mm-mm.
can't do it to multiple?
I cannot stream to Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. It will violate my affiliate contract.
Okay.
They own my
Mm.
content. If I stream to Twitch, they own my content for 24 hours. I can't even
Okay.
export it to YouTube until that 24-hour cycle. But
Okay.
after that, I can cut it up and put it wherever I want. So,
Okay, interesting.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Don't
That
know.
sounds like the film from earlier.
yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit of
And,
exclusivity, but not much. Not,
And
not
of course, Xenotype is still in demand.
Yeah, yeah,
Scotsman is coloring that, and Captain Fuckhead is doing the flats. as
flatting
well.
away. Sent you 2 pages last night, Cap. I don't know if you saw
I
that.
got him. I was expecting to see you in the chat early in here today, but now you're here in person. Look, this is the first time we've actually seen each other across the whatever
shit.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
just your chin, but you know,
It's
Well,
the-
question
honestly,
on
it's
that,
the-
Scotsman.
It's the best part.
it is the best part.
It's the best part. Like you don't want to see the
admit.
rest.
Right, all right. You guys with all your facial hair. Fuck off, man. I can't grow a beard. It's not fair. All right.
I
I'll
turned
try.
mine back. I took
You know what?
I took about 1.5 inches off my beard. It was getting out of control.
Well, you could have sent it to me. I would have stuck it on my face. But like, I went to the barber's, man, got a haircut, and then she shaved it off anyway because I'd been growing it for 2 months and there was nothing there. It looked like bum fluff. Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This hasn't been the most
fluff.
flattering stream
Yeah.
for you, Dave. You got
No,
You got
no.
ran
So
by
now
a
you know I
sheep.
get Yeah.
now
I
you're
get-
kind of a hairless man-child.
Look, people are gonna learn more
this
shit
isn't-
about me when I start my YouTube channel. So like,
My name's Captain
put myself out
Bumfluff.
Captain Bumfluff, it gets ran by a sheep. That's
Just keep stimulating the chin follicles, dude. Just keep get yourself a nice beard brush and agitate those
just
follicles.
scrape my face with the.
I don't scrape it, but just get them agitated. You know, make them mad. Start spitting out hair. You know what I mean?
Just shave
Bandito
3
feels
times
you,
a day.
apparently.
They'll get that angry. They'll grow quickly.
Get yourself one of these, right?
Ah,
Oh,
Give
man.
your face a nice
What?
maximum
scratch.
stimulation.
You Americans are weird. That's a shoe brush, mate. We use them for cleaning shoes here.
So nice.
My
Bancroft is asking how old you are.
Gets the burrs out.
How old am I? 28.
Yeah.
28. Well, no, actually, that's a lie. I'm that old now. I forgot. I'm 27, 28 soon.
Okay.
Couple of
Hmm.
months.
God.
I know. I'm
Vinny's
I'm
all
real
like,
old.
I gotta
Terrible.
shave every 2 hours, you fucking bitches.
This is Vinny's. He's
We
an
know.
Italian.
We know.
Italiano.
Vin,
Like, he
man.
produces a lot of grease. You know what I mean? That grease like
powerful, man.
congeals in there and pushes hair out.
What is it with these
That's right. And when
metrosexual...
Vinny's one of the few guys that can get, when he gets fired up, when he gets mad online, like on a stream, like people actually get intimidated. We kind of like go, oh, shit.
You know when Vinny...
No,
when
I've
Vin-
not actually seen Vinny like really angry.
when
I
Vinny's
need
about
watch
to
that.
blow, watch his nostrils. Like his nostrils gets bigger about 5 minutes before he's about to go, and then he explodes. You can always tell when he's about to go. He starts breathing really heavily through his nose, and you can tell he's about to go.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
What
yeah.
is it with these fucking metrosexual weirdos that keep combing beards? Like, I don't understand.
It's not metrosexual.
Tell me what it is.
It's not metrosexual.
And on that
Beardo.
note,
It feels
I
nice.
think we're gonna. That's a high
God
note.
damn
I
it.
think we're gonna.
I'm gonna put some balm in now. Citrus
Oh my
balm.
God.
Balm in your
no,
beard.
citrus.
Citrus
Oh
balm.
shit, Captain Fuckhead, don't watch. Don't
What is
watch.
this?
Oh no.
Oh, it smells so nice.
Man, I'm gonna send you a ski and do so you can shave properly.
Oh, yeah.
Smell that?
I've changed my mind. I don't want a beard no more.
Yeah, quite right. I'm thinking about shaving
Fuck
it.
off. Yes, you do.
Man,
My word.
I don't even know. This is good. It's good.
Well, this has
I
been a
had
good
fun.
stream, Ron. It's weird.
I know. What the fuck? How did that happen? It's Scott.
They-
See, in the end, did Scotsman not? He came in here. He did rescue us a little bit.
I shake
brought
shit
that-
up, mate. I shake it
Yeah,
up.
That's right. That's right. And of
You
course,
shook it up and
Xenotype
brushed
is
it
still
off.
in demand. The link for Xenotype is down below.
My
The
word.
link for
Good.
Captain Fuckhead shit is down below. Bristoli and Dave on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at Rot10G, of course. And we are going to see you tomorrow.
AOC
Thanks, everybody.
2024.